Hello friends, welcome to Chart Guys How to Trade. This channel is all about applying trade theory and technical analysis in actual trading scenarios. Usually I walk through a trade that we did. In this case, what I want to do is show you a little bit of the Coinbase IPO live stream that we did together today in the Chart Guys community. And I'm going to talk through some of the technical analysis as it evolves from nothing into something that we utilize, and how we shifted our perspectives away from psychological levels to start looking for patterns and trends and starting to rely on EMAs when they finally did manage to show up. So first, what I want you to do before we get into that stream, I want you to notice that we have some distinct areas of price action. This area here, our drop and then the development into a trend and then an attempted bounce overall. I think we're going to cover probably the first area up here. All right, fair warning. When you hear me say coin, it's because I just realized that it was trading and I'm jumping from another trade review and getting started on coin. So let's get started here. Thanks for watching. If we can hold up here on the 15-minute time frame, then I'm interested. Coin! It's happening. Okay, let's go. 1 minute time frame. I wish I had lots to tell you. I'm going to talk in an excited voice because cool things are happening. Please use the threads. There's a coin discussion, coin technicals. There are no coin technicals right now. We just have the most baby bit of price history. I am not interested in buying it at $394. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Now, apparently Julian's trying to steal the thunder, posting his own live stream. What a guy. All right, initial resistance 394, 15-second time frame. No other valuable information for me to contribute at this time. We don't even have, maybe on the 5-second time frame, we can learn looking at some averages. So 394.33, 5-second bulls. That's what we're talking about, brothers and sisters. 5-second bulls looking to establish something. So what we're trying to do at this point in the very, very early stages is we are weighing the shift in momentum from the initial bull run to those, and there are those who have shares to sell, right? So it'd be interesting to look at the level 2 for this to see what's being sold and what's being bought. Is the order book just simply stacked at this level and we're constantly chipping away at it faster than it's being able to be populated with bids, or is there direct selling into the bid as well? Unfortunately, I don't have access to that information at this time, but what I can see is this slight development of a baby little trend. And at some point, we're going to look for a reversal. Right now, we've got a couple of levels, 390, nice psychological numbers. And those psychological numbers are going to be coming into play for us. That's what we're going to be focusing on right now until we have more concrete information. Psychological numbers are going to be important. So we should be running into a barrier at 400. Why don't we go plug 400 in to see if that matters? And I'd be shocked if it didn't. So breaking 400 would be a very, very good thing for the bulls at this point. And there you go. So we just ran into it for a second, and now they're taking off. So what can we do from here? Well, watch and wait, really. 400 is going to be our new area of support. And Dan is in at 381. I don't know how you got that, man. Good job. 381, stop at 380. That's a beautiful play, right? Minimal risk. $1, save for crazy slippage. Who knows what happens? Let's see, 405. So I'm going to be looking to get in on the next little pullback if and when it happens. I'm not too shook about not being able to get into this guy. Not today. I managed to get a Dan fill, and I know that's why he's not streaming right now, because he wants to trade this guy. All right, so we got a baby little balance moment, 405.05, 400 psychological, our first real range of the day. We're pinned in between these levels. Break a bear, then I think we're going to come down and test our all-time lows. Yes, we will be testing 52-week lows on coin at some point. 405.05. All right, bulls in control again. So now we have another little bit of support, 5 seconds. And as we develop this, we're going to zoom out a little bit. Dan's reporting TradingView has better data than Fidelity, and maybe the case for your brokers as well. So be careful with that. So what is our next resistance? It's going to be probably 415. So what we can do is go back and start plugging in a couple of these. So let's go 415. Let's go 420. And 425. All right, so just hit 415, and we're just getting our stair step action, right? 440. Nice little area of, are you seeing how these little micro patterns play in? Consistently building this pressure. So now the next buy, once we break 415, should take us to our next psychological resistance, 420. Failure to do that has us looking back down at the 410.60 range, trying to find some areas of support. And it looks like I would be surprised if we didn't break 415 and hit to 420 at this point. Just waiting for Julian to hit that buy button. Looking for that break. So I think we can zoom out a little bit and start looking for pattern development or trend development on a slightly larger time frame. I'm going to go with, let's go 10 seconds. How do I add my own little, I don't remember how to do that. I thought we could just add it at any time. All right, 5 seconds it is. Initial hold of our 410.60 range. Fight at 415. Level to beat. Quick look at volatility in crypto land. Anything? A little bit of action on 2-minute time frame for Bitcoin. Nothing too crazy. Our market in general. Well, QQQ is broken bearish. I don't think it's going to matter for this guy. All right, 415 breaks right to 420. Psychological levels every time. 415 new support. New target 425. Eventually, we're going to see more muted responses to the breaks of these key levels or these psychological levels, and then we're going to start to look for signs of pullback, just like the briefest consolidation. Remember, we're still in the 15-second chart. We barely have anything to work with. 5-minute time frame, we're in the second bar. 425 is a resistance in sight. And if you wanted to be the Super Dan with your 380s, super conservative and waiting for another opportunity, I would just be looking for my first loss of these levels. So we start to see some downside pressure. 425, next up, 430. Whoops. No red flags yet for these bulls. 430. And then at that point, well, I guess we're still close. 435. Let's see what happens. All right, so we got a baby pushback. Loss of 415. So that's where I would be starting to get a little more cautious. Just be happy with my 480s. Oh, we didn't lose that low though, did we? Right here. That's support. Lowest point the bulls got in this little push. It's a battle now. Who is going to change the trend first? Oh, that's exciting. 430 already on deck. So keep walking up. Let's clear our charts a bit. We'll come back and adjust these if we need to. Oh, I've lost my delete button. Following 419.20 is our double bottom at this point. Don't want to see that being lost. Seeing a little bit more selling pressure coming in now. So I think 419.20 is going to be a key level for us in the short term. 430 to 419. Given that we hit this high and this pullback, I think a lower high under 429.50 is more likely. 425 coming back into play as support. So once the unbridled interest in our IPO name starts to wane, we have to remember that this is a direct listing. So that the owners of these shares, the company or the employees who own the shares, have the ability to sell. So there is going to be some interest in selling these. And I read that there are 170,000 shares just being given away to employees. So here is our first a little fade. We've lost our triple bottom support, a little head and shoulders at 420. Starting to see some sell off now. Support likely 400. 400 simply because it is that psych level. And we are playing psych levels right now. So that is where we are headed. Now the 5-second bears are in control. Let's clean up our charts back up here. You guys have any specific questions? I am following the coin thread. And Dan is out, I suspect, right at that level. He's back playing off the 400. Glad things are matching up. We have ourselves a 5-second bear flag at this point. Can I go closer? Can I zoom in? I can. So 5-second bear flag. What do we got? Resist, resist. Drag her on down. There's a level 400. So we have a bear flag into 400, and we have a little bit of resistance. There's 400 lost. Bear flag, 1 second time frame. I've never done a bear flag on a 1 second time frame before. So we've got a flag. So what we're going to look for continuation is going to be the phase 1, phase 2. My flag distance on this guy is going to be pretty much hitting it right now. 419.90, right about there. So at this point, we don't want to see the bulls go any lower. This is a perfect execution of that flag. And we're going to be looking for, let's go back to the 15-second time frame. We would love to see a 15-second oversold bounce, which would take us to 405.27. We don't want to lose that low. So I'm going to clear the charts again, just so we can have some fresh perspective. 394.03, bears remain in control under 400. 400 is the level to retake at this point, guys. I have lost some of my keyboard functionality. This is the worst possible time for that. 390 is our next support. There it is, coming into play again. Bounced off of it perfectly. 390 to 400, $10 range. Now we need to see something more substantial develop, okay? So I hope that was a useful example of how to use really short-term price action and psychological levels in lieu of no other technical indicators as good means to trade instances like coin where there really is nothing else to utilize. We still have price action, we still have patterns, and we still have trends, and we can utilize those in conjunction with our psychological levels to make some good trade decisions. And this was just a great example of doing that in real time. That's it for today. Hopefully it was helpful. I appreciate any feedback that you guys have, and I will continue to work on these types of videos. Take care.